position is Jason Martin in chase with just under 4 minutes left to go here in your E-Buggy and Delta mix.
Which one is that?
MP10.
Like you got a 150.
150. 150.
We got that yellow, red, and orange of
Give her a popper, buddy.
in this two spot. And it is the red, black, and white of Jason Martin, then the all blue of Chris. The pink and blue of Dylan, then the orange, black, and white of Tim Nelson. Those are
yeah.
lean them out. Down. All right, that is a start to Spec Nitro. He is in Charlie Maine.
Keep it clean.
See how well the Spec handled the crazy breakers after 15 minutes of that section tire. We weren't quite expecting it to eat tires, so did not have a ton of extra sets. So once again, this can finish the day today. I want to leave some tires behind. Some drivers need to do it. I appreciate it. Help on the double in the front. Rob in car two. Eric getting out there a little bit late. And he's got a lot of work to do here in 15 minutes. That can be done. So the two-car Bronco in that all fluorescent yellow in that double-double with a little bit of advantage with Kyle running in that two-car now. A lot of racing to go. Scheduled for back work following this 15-minute race, scheduled for back work. This is your step time, that's what's waiting on the track right now. Your leader taking a little bit long to know that step off section. That's gonna, and then Woody gets her long to on the step off as well. Caution, double on the front. Clear, go ahead, clear. So Michael Bartlett in that 2 spot now. Ross Owen still out in front. Caution, help on the step up. Up top. Top of the hill. Schwab, first try to get the scoop and loose. Remember, if
Made
you're a
it
fast
through.
runner and a faster driver comes up, a wide racing line, let them underneath you. Try to find your leader on the track and still off. Bowen going down the dead drop. No, Woody Garwood now your leader as he goes down. It's Rob and Michael battling for that 2-3. And right there, it's Paul Knapp in the 4. And 2, 3, and 4. Left-hand side of the track. Woody now your leader. Now white and blue. Buggy right next to Stan Hamilton is your leader. And he'll be coming up on Corey and Jeremy here very shortly. Corey with a little bit of a slide job, but Woody does get by though. So Garwood trying to make the bump position this time around. Into that step on and step off, that's been working the back side of the track.
Okay.
A nice appeal to over that double. We'll see how these tires hold up after a long main. 5:30 down, 9:30 to go. Woody, Paul, Michael, Danny, Rob in the top 5, Rick, DeAndre, Corey, Jeremy, Stan, Craig, Ed, Eric, and Jason. Track maintenance following this.
No, sorry, I didn't copy. Oh, pit, copy. Thank you.
Oh, is that Rob Bowen? Rob Bowen, 20
At the beginning, okay. Look at that.
So he's going to sort down the leaderboard. That's going to be Woody, Paul, Danny, and Michael now battling for those front positions. Woody has time to come back to the field here. 1, 2, and 3 across the line. And that double check to Nico. Passing inside. In the area now, Paul, and Nico. Charlotte right there, Ashland as well. They start seeing some fuel stops now. 7 minutes down, 8 to go. 7 down, 8 to go. Edging for fuel. Here comes DeAndre. Corey in for fuel as well. Paul Knapp playing out. So Paul with the flame out. So that's going to sort it up to the Lord.
No doubt, that was beautiful. Oh, it does it by itself, you know? Yeah, dude, it's a little aggro. Oh, damn, same with that. That thing got me a little bucky.
on the big drop right now. He's second place. Okay. We go to the 14-second advantage on the field right now, though. This is 5.5 seconds advantage on Bartlett to the rip and DeAndre in the top 5. Corey, Jeremy, Quinn, Craig, Ed in the top 10. Paul, Eric, Ross, Casey, Celeste, and Langley.
There we go. It's got to be squared up for it, man. I couldn't add that into it, though. Okay, bring her on in. Okay.
Woody's trying to go for the double single line now. They're playing a little bit of safety gear. They have a 19-second advantage over Rick Pyle in that first spot with 1:10 to go. Final minute of this one. and DeAndre in your top 5. Jeremy Silver, Spec, Corner, Hayden, Paul, Frank, Ed, Eric, Rob, and Casey. Danny and Woody is the best battle on the track as they go into the sweeper together. So right now, both of them have bump positions, and that's all they really care about, is finding a way to the key. That tire is going to be an interesting one on the bump here. He's going to quickly run out of tires, likely. Danny gets it wrong. That's a little scary. That's news here. Racing to the line. Race off out of tire, guys. Racing to the line. Racing to the line. Woody Garwood and Danny Dolis will go 1-2 across the line, and they will take the bump into the B main.
All right, that's great. Okay, sounds good. Okay. Just go on a little walk and talk here, you know, because I have the time. Got the time. It's good to be home, man. Back in the neighborhood. 7 days on the road, sleeping in the back of the truck over there, man. 7 days on the road. Had to make my way to what was the biggest 8-scale race in the Pacific Northwest. Yeah, man, it was. I heard them say it. I think I heard Brian say it, and a couple other people. No, Justin, Wild Events. He's like, guys, this is the biggest 8-scale race the Pacific Northwest has ever seen. So, discuss that a little bit here as I walk through the neighborhood. Beautiful day here in Central Oregon. Find a place to post up or something so I could just kind of think about it. Just didn't feel like sitting on my ass inside. Kind of wanted to just take a walk because I got the time just to enjoy, you know. So I got back at about 4 o'clock this morning. I drove all night. I left northern Idaho at like 9 o'clock at night. Just drove all night to get home. But can I say, man, it was, you know, almost 400 entries and I don't know, 180 drivers, something like that, you know. It's just a lot of fun. I ran just nitro buggy, brought 2 nitro buggies with me, and it was great. I did not have any of the issues that I had on my previous races. No flameouts, no equipment failures, nothing, not a damn thing. That was why I wanted to go up early, was to just tune my engines, for God's sakes, you know. The race before, I think I just brought some engines that were just kind of too old and they just wouldn't hold the tune. So this time I brought a Reds 521 and also a Triton. They were both new, you know, pretty much brand new. And I could just tell that the compression was there and just the tunability was there. And it made me just feel like, yeah, I do understand tuning, for God's sakes. Like, when you have an engine that has no air leaks and just everything's fine, tuning's not that bad. So I still showed up there a week early and just ran it at got there, little putter motor in the bicycle. Not bad. I just showed up a week early and just tuned engines and just wanted to see the whole thing unfold, you know, just get there early. And I did. I got right up front and started seeing those race trailers coming in, boy. Very exciting. Talk about the track a little bit. It was probably one of the fastest layouts I've ever had to drive on. It was just really wide open and flowing. A lot of fun. Not a lot of small technical stuff, but just wide open, man. Just really good time. Your engine's cleared out. So the track was awesome. As expected, it was pretty much done by the time I got there. I think the dude that built DNC, Joey, I think, built this track up at Hayden Radio Controlled Raceway in Hayden, Idaho. First time I've been that far north in Idaho. So I'm just gonna find a spot to chill out up here. First time I've been that far north. So let's see. These little trails up in here right next to my house. We got these bikes here. You can like just take off on these things. These are like public bikes here in Oregon. Just kind of want to set the camera somewhere and talk. It'll pick it up. So what was I saying? Track was great. It kind of all started on Thursday. Jared Tebow showed up, did a clinic for everybody, did 3 groups. They ran all day, gave them good tips, and just lots of people started showing up, even on Thursday, to take his class. And so we had some pros in the house, you know, Jared Tebow, Long Nguyen, Jared Wiggins, Walker Spinrad, you know, techno guys, and Hot Bodies, Mayako, and as well as a lot of the best drivers in the Pacific Northwest. There were some that weren't there, which is kind of surprising. I wonder what happens to dudes. I've seen guys that are so good, and then you just don't see them like for a year. It's interesting. I can think of a few people that I haven't seen come racing that it's like, where were they for the biggest 8-scale event in the Pacific Northwest? But I'm sure they knew it was there. But, so it's just some highlights. I was able to camp and hang out with the kid Dylan, who really helped me out a lot. He helped me out on my prior runs, and we just kind of teamed up and just camped there. He had built his e-buggy kit like just a few days before the thing. He might have even gotten it done like right before leaving and ended up on the podium. So it's just that really stood out, is how much this is like, this is just for some people. It's like they're just all about it. It's like they just get it, you know. Here's a kid who's just 18, builds a kit, boom, he's on the podium. So that was really cool to like be a part of someone's racing experience that just had such a good time. I had a good time too. It's just meeting people. It was just a good networking session with the Pacific Northwest RC car scene. I'd like to think that I'm getting to be a part of it and just knowing who's out there, who's doing it. So this was, yeah, it's a race, but they always kind of feel more like conventions. Just the more time you go, what you're really investing in is just meeting the people. That's how I see it. It's an investment in people, most definitely. And there was a lot of connects to be made up there. It was great. As I was kind of casing out the joint online, I saw that I wanted to just be right up front, as I usually am, and was able to get there, you know, early and just set up. Brian Nider of HRCR was like extremely accommodating. You know, I emailed him. He emailed back within the hours, like, Greg, come on up right when we open. I got up there Tuesday when they opened, set up. It's like, whatever you want, man. Drive the carpet track, have a good time. You can tune your engines, start practice on Friday, and just extremely accommodating. What they've created up at HRCR is amazing. It's amazing. It's pretty much an RC car village, you know. Like it's a community. they built a wonderful community, and you see that at races. You just really saw it here. It was just so evident because they're able to have a wonderful 10 scale facility and then 8 scale when the weather's on, and just everybody comes together and works together up there at HRCR in Idaho. And it might have been like the biggest RC community I've ever seen. I mean, I've seen that at races and like that are held at tracks and stuff. This was like a full-on, almost like a compound. Like the gates would close at night and we were locked in, and that was cool. I stayed there for 7 days. I didn't leave. I lived out of the back of my truck for 7 days. I could have done it way more. If I had a cooler full of fresh food, shit. And the track was still open, I might even be there right now still. So as far as running and racing went, I mean, everybody had really good runs. I watched a lot of people, a lot of racing, and just nice fast track. A couple breaks here and there, I didn't break, fortunately. Just everybody had really good runs. And I'm sure it was just a really memorable weekend for everybody up there. I know it was for me. The stars aligned. I just happened to have the week off. I didn't know when I picked my vacation weeks. I just randomly picked 2 weeks at the end of August thinking there'd be something, and then there was this. So I didn't this didn't come out and then I picked my days off. No, I just had to, I picked them a year before. So I'm so happy that it worked out, to have been able to gone up there and been a part of that. You just really felt like you were a part of something when you're up there, even in low classes. When you're entered up, you feel important, you feel like you're part of the production. You really, really feel important. That's huge, that's huge in racing. You're part of the show, you're part of the cast. You're a cast member, and everybody's equally as important in these productions we call a race. To me, it's almost more like a play, There's a whole big cast of characters, and everybody plays their part. Everybody knows their lines, and everybody throws down when it comes time for them to get up on that stand and do it. And so it was just so rad to see that many people doing it. I saw there was at least 3 to 4 female drivers, some still still in school, still and just top qualifying. There was one girl up there, the TQ, and I've seen her working at this for a few years now. She finally TQ'd one of her rounds. It was amazing. It was amazing to see that. And I think there were at least a couple other girls that were up there just chopping it up hard. Very impressive, When you see that, you realize how this is for everybody. Like anybody can do this. Make the leap to go sign up, throw your thing down. It's just this feeling of they want me here. You just feel important. You're trying your hardest to follow the protocol, racecraft. Some of us are newer than others at it. I'm still pretty new at it. I've never done anything competitive my whole life. I've always been more of an artist. But I'm learning, I'm learning that it is a race, it is a competition, but there's just this certain element of human kind of interaction that I just really like at these things. It's like you're camping too. It's like a camping trip as well. It's social. It's totally social. It's almost like you're at church in a way. It's like a big congregation. So it was just cool to be a part of that for a whole week up there. But while you're camping and hanging out, you're also learning about your car. If you're broke, you got to do jobs. I stayed up till about 2:30 in the morning on Wednesday night rebuilding my truggy, which I didn't race. I just brought it with me to work on and then got it done and then got it packed up. So it's just cool to work on that, still live the life, your lights are on, 2 o'clock in the morning, driver, pliers. Just just doing it. I had to do it at least one night. I didn't have to do it any of the other nights. We were just kind of sitting there. I didn't like listening to the radio, making something to eat. And so I just every race I go to, I just can't get over like the sense of community of just how this brings people together. So I can't recommend it enough. You know, like if you're wondering about going racing, I mean, just do it and think of it as like, never think that they don't want you there. They always want you there. If you're trying to learn and do better, you know, things can happen to where you'll feel like that they don't want to see you, and that could be the case if you do just the wrong thing, you know. Just being part of this, no matter how old we are, how young. I'm 52 years. It teaches you. You'll learn it when you're, you know, approaching middle age like I am, or you'll learn it when you start going racing when you're younger. This is for everybody. This is for everybody to get into. There's nothing like it. You know, I thought about it on my freaking 7-hour drive. I still couldn't believe how unique this is. We get to do the same thing that the pros do. You know, we're up there with pros. All the good drivers are putting their cars down with world-known pros. You know, they must have. I saw some heats where dudes were just so excited, you know, like the biggest heat of their lives. You know, they're up there with pros and the best regional drivers. And like anybody can do it, you know. If you know your ability, you sign up in the right class, and you can still survive out there and have a good run. You know, if you have enough skill, knowledge, racecraft, you can put your stuff down with pros and at least survive the heat. Bring it in, not break, race your race. It's the best thing ever. So let me go back now. I think I talked enough about it. Let me just think of if there's anything else unique about just this experience compared to the Northwest Championship Tour circuit that I do. Just that this was in like a dedicated RC facility, like a full-on compound, and then the other tracks are just tracks that are on, say, you know, just a piece of land, a public park, private property. There'll be a driver's stand in most places, maybe an RD booth, obviously. This was just like a full-on dedicated RC facility. It was just amazing to see that, and to see that a place like that sustains and people go and they treat it as home, you know. So that's mostly what stood out. It's just the HRCR itself is just a mecca of just people coming together, you know, like church. It is church, man. It is RC church. It's just that same kind of community congregation thing that happens like when you go to church. I went to church when I was younger. I felt it when I went to this race, and I feel it at every race. You know, everybody knows each other, and that's why I keep going, because after a while you form these relationships with people and you want to see them again. It's like going away is almost like going home. It becomes home. And yeah, that's why I like to road dog at races. It's because you see the same people and you get better at it with them. They help you, and maybe you help them. So, it's a beautiful day here in Central Oregon. I have a whole nother week off. I have to start kind of changing my mode to get back on my dirt bike though now and start riding to prepare for the China Hat race. So RC race season is kind of coming in for a small landing. We're going to be in September here pretty soon. So now I have to get back behind the computer. That's why I wanted to come outside and talk for a bit, because now I have to go inside and be all lurched over a screen for the next long time, getting some races up there for people to enjoy. So, all right, you guys, my name is Craig, High Desert Agro RC. Have a great day.